Welcome to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where the voices of a small town meet the headlines shaping our world from the front porches and fields of Cedar Valley. We bring you reflections, stories, and questions that matter, connecting real lives to real events for faith and community. Walk hand in hand with today's headlines. This is a Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.
Greetings. This is Dan Larson, and I'll be your host for this episode of Quiet Echo. When a prophet passes, the world seems to pause. The funeral of President Russell M. Nelson was more than a farewell. It was a living sermon on faith, joy, and the endurance of light. He was 101 years old. 101 years of learning, leading, healing, and believing. His life bridged generations, war and peace, medicine and ministry, and through it all, his faith never wavered. Though most of us in Cedar Valley couldn't stand among the mourners in Salt Lake City, we felt the spirit of that gathering. Across living rooms and chapels, on phones and radios, we heard the hymns rise and the memories flow. It wasn't just ceremony, it was invitation to live better, to love deeper, to trust God more fully. His children spoke as children do, with tenderness and humor. His colleagues spoke as disciples, testifying to his devotion. Lori Marsh, his daughter, said, "Daddy always chose to be happy." That line lingers with me, because happiness, as President Nelson taught, isn't a product of perfect circumstances, it's a daily decision. So I'll say this to my neighbors here in Cedar Valley. Don't wait for peace to find you. Be the one who brings it. Don't postpone kindness until life slows down. Choose it now. Don't let joy be a guessmake at your home. As President Nelson's casket was carried from the conference center, people lined the streets waving white handkerchiefs. A sea of simple farewells, humble, human, holy. For many, that moment captured the heart of his message, that death is not the end and love does not fade with the body. He taught that families can be eternal, that faith is stronger than fear, that joy can be chosen even in trial. And so, as we close this week, maybe we can take one step toward the legacy he left. Love boldly. Build light in your corner of the world. Carry hope when others cannot. And live so your own life, however long it may be, points someone else toward heaven. I'm Dan Larson. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow for another episode of Quiet Echo.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News, sponsored by Readers and Writers Book Club.